Dorling's GFR Digest.
After a well-deserved break for Christmas, GFR returns for another night race, this time the Singapore Grand Prix. Another circuit that will present our drivers with little room for error, with the surrounding walls appearing closer and closer as the laps tick on by. The Singapore Grand Prix is sure to be yet another thriller here in the G-Force Racing League, and we wish all of our drivers the best of luck for tonight's race. Goat had a much-needed turn of form during qualifying for the Belgian Grand Prix, with third on the starting grid. We unfortunately did not get much further than turn 1 in the race to see what Goat had to offer as he suffered an unfortunate DNF. With Goat now quite clearly getting to grips with his new wheel setup, we suspect he will once again return as a firm favourite for the Singapore Grand Prix. M&D Hammer, by the strong standards he has been setting of late, had a relatively average race last time out in Belgium. However, they still finished in a point-scoring position to ultimately make the best of what seemed to be an off week. With Singapore being tight and twisty in nature, maybe this circuit will be better suited to M&D Hammer. Desavest once again put in a stellar qualifying performance at our last race, showing again his capability to race at the sharp end of the grid before an unfortunate disconnection issue forced a retirement. I have a feeling that the festive period for a bit of a reset for this driver, along with plenty of practice, will only make Desavest stronger in his quest to hunt down Goat for the driver's title. Obo enjoyed a stunning race last time out in Belgium, producing a well-deserved podium finish for his Aston Martin team, with very strong race pace and bringing the car home with no time penalties in a race full of drama. Obo, like Goat Ghosty, certainly seems to be getting to grips with his wheel after switching from controller, and we'll look forward to seeing what he can do at Singapore. MDorling had somewhat of a disaster last time out in Belgium, struggling to find an optimal setup for the race. Coupled with a poor qualifying effort, this driver started on the back foot from the word go. An unfortunate collision after turn 1 with Monty, alongside a safety car Delta infringement, one to forget for Dorling. Let's see if Singapore can see a return to form later today. SS7 had a very decent race at the Belgian Grand Prix, with an unfortunate time penalty seeing him finish in 4th and just off the podium. I believe Singapore will be a much better match for SS7 with its tight and twisty nature, suiting SS7's skills and talents of car control under pressure, and in between these unforgiving walls. Daddy Tonk once again moves further up the grid as each race passes by, with a strong P8 points finishing position in Belgium. With a clear upward trend, this driver is building momentum in what is their first season with us here at GFR. Practice will be needed for the Singapore Grand Prix, but we have no doubt this driver has been putting in the hours to ready themselves for what is no doubt going to be one of the more difficult races of the season. With Belgium being fairly unique on this F124 game in the way their aero works, Emil seemed to struggle somewhat last time out. As mentioned previously, Singapore will present a much different challenge in terms of wing level compared to Belgium, and I feel this will aid Emil in his quest to move further back up the grid. I can't wait to see what this driver can do later today. Pankadilek, as was the case with a few of our other drivers in Belgium, seemed to struggle somewhat. However, they still finished in a point-scoring position, which may prove crucial come the end of the season when it's all tallied up. Again, with Singapore presenting a much different challenge, I feel this driver may well find themselves once again in contention for the podium positions on a track that allows for much more downforce than that of Belgium. Matthew has seemingly signed up to race with us here at GFR once more, so we hope he can join us out on track tonight at Singapore. Wishing him a good race and hope he can join us for many more races to come in the future. Mac T is very quickly moving his way up the leaderboard. After missing a few races at the start of the season due to outside commitments, this driver has relentless speed and a keen eye for strategy, and I feel he will be a favourite for the win later tonight. Jaguar Paul once more enjoyed a very strong race last time out, the driver is showing he means business and will be a strong bet for a podium finish at Singapore. Hannes was going strong at Belgium until an unfortunate incident caused them to fall down the finishing order slightly. This driver is proving that they have the speed to fight for the podium at each event, and we once again look forward to seeing what they can do around the streets of Singapore. KKE seemed to struggle slightly last time out in Belgium, possibly the track not best suiting this driver. As with some of our other drivers, I feel Singapore will be a much happier hunting ground for KKE, and I would even have a hunch for this driver to be in contention for a top 3 finishing position.
Top 1998.
Belgium was Tom's first race here with us at GFR. Not only did this driver place his car on pole, he stormed to a first win also. This driver really highlights the level of competitiveness we now have here at GFR, and we look forward to seeing what Tom can do later today at a much different circuit. I feel he will be odds on for win number 2. Gareza is another new driver to GFR alongside Tom. As with Tom, Gareza showed they have more than enough speed to fight with our well-established drivers. Showing great pace and keeping it clean, this driver will just need to ensure minimal track limit infringements to ensure a strong finishing position at our next race. Viatech Gamer has completed a few races with us now and is becoming a common theme with newly recruited drivers. This driver is straight in at the sharp end. We look forward to seeing what they can do in our race later today. Big Tonk finally bit the bullet and joined us in our Wednesday league races after a few outings with us in the Sunday friendlies. Just missing out on a point scoring position. Can they break into the points at Singapore? We can't wait to find out. With this circuit being incredibly fast and allowing little room for error in between the walls, it could prove to be a very challenging event for our drivers. We wish our drivers all the best for Wednesday's race, and if you are watching this for the first time and perhaps fancy taking part, please do follow the link to our Discord and social channels and come and be part of the one-of-a-kind G-Force Racing League. Let's go racing!
Dorling's GFR Digest.